The moment the woman hugged her girlfriend, she could suddenly see her girlfriend's bones and blood vessels in perfect detail. Even the computer in her hands became completely transparent to her. In just a few seconds, Grace absorbed thousands of research papers. Virtually all of humanity's knowledge on the internet was flooding into her brain at incredible speed, and her mind was still evolving. Very quickly, Grace tracked down the world's top neuroscientist. She hacked directly into Professor Brandon's home phone. When he heard Grace recite all of his published research, he thought she was joking. Until the next second, she appeared on his TV screen. Stunned, Brandon could hardly process what was happening. Grace calmly explained that she had taken a large amount of CPH4, causing her cells to evolve at a rate of millions per second. Her brain capacity had already reached 28%. She could not only control her own metabolism, but also manipulate magnetic and electromagnetic waves. To prove it, Grace effortlessly took control of televisions, phones, and radios. Brandon was left in complete shock, but Grace was also beginning to lose parts of her humanity. She didn't know what would happen if her brain reached 100% capacity, but she could sense she wouldn't live more than 24 hours. So she asked Brandon what she should do. After a moment of thought, he told her that the meaning of life lies in passing things on. Hearing this, Grace seemed to understand. Before setting out, Grace used the Chinese she had just learned to write her girlfriend Leah a prescription. She had noticed issues with Leah's liver and kidneys and told her to take care of herself. Then Grace located 3 more bags of CPH4. This substance is naturally produced in small amounts during the 6th week of pregnancy, and even that tiny amount allows the human brain to develop up to 10%, enabling humans to dominate the planet. However, these 3 bags were artificially created by crime boss Henry, who planned to sell them in Europe as a new kind of drug. He recruited 4 couriers to transport the substance inside their bodies, promising each of them $1 million. Grace, however, was terrified. She had been tricked into this by her boyfriend. When she woke up, she found herself in a strange place, with a bag of CPH4 already sewn into her body. After giving them tickets to different destinations, the henchmen immediately put hoods over their heads. Before the flight, they were held separately under guard, but one of the thugs took a particular interest in Grace. When she resisted and shoved him away, he licked his fingers provocatively and threw a punch, then brutally kicked her in the stomach. Another courier quickly pulled him away, giving Grace a moment to breathe, but those kicks had ruptured her wound and damaged the bag of CPH4, causing it to leak into her body. The substance spread violently through her abdomen, surging into her bloodstream and throughout her body. Soon, Grace began convulsing uncontrollably. Even defying gravity, she was pulled up and stuck to the ceiling. In agony, she grabbed onto chains, trying to pull herself back down, but the energy coursing through her kept her suspended in midair. After an unknown amount of time, Grace finally absorbed some of the CPH4, and her brain capacity surged to an astonishing 20%. When she woke up, her pupils had turned blue, and her face showed absolute calm. Grace suddenly stood up when the thug re-entered the room with ill intentions. She smiled and pretended to cooperate. He lowered the gun at his waist and began undoing his belt as he approached her. But just as he got close, Grace suddenly grabbed him and violently threw him aside. She pulled a table toward her, grabbed the gun, and shot him dead.